Separation complete. Switching over to standard engines. We have a clean dock, right on the money.
Not bad.
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
About time you showed up. All right, I want to know what's going on. I've been trying to get Delgado's attention for, I don't know, 3 years now. And what do I get? Nothing but radio silence. Then out of nowhere, just when Neva and I are closing in on a huge score of our own, Delgado orders me to help you out. Yeah, I figured you'd say something like that. Just another one of Delgado's loyal little soldiers, huh? Fine, have it your way. So Neva's message said you were here for Dombrowski. Was that all she sent you here to do? Or was there something else you were sent here to steal? Okay. So why are you targeting a Gallbank exec anyway? Not exactly your average Crimson Fleet prey. Why the interest? Merchant vessels, transport, supply convoys, mining settlements, you get the picture. But taking on a megacorp, that's a really big deal. Something the Crimson Fleet stayed away from in the past. Sounds to me like Delgado's either getting desperate, or this is leading to an even bigger score down the road. Oh, I see. We're playing this game now. Fine, fine. Well, you might as well turn around and hop back aboard your ship because you're not getting near Dombrowski without my help.
Like him or not, he's the Siren's captain, so his assistance is going to be invaluable. Maybe we should hear what he has to say.
Well, well, it appears we have a mind reader here. You're absolutely right. I don't want money. I want back into the Crimson Fleet. It's as simple as that. Fine. You want to play it that way, and suit yourself. Dombrowski's a full-timer aboard the Siren of the Stars. Probably spends more time cruising the space lanes than actually working. Fortunately, the Siren is hosting the Terran Preservation Society charity gala. Larry won't be able to resist showing off his VIP clout. To get what you need, you're gonna have to attend the gala, talk to his fellow philanthropists, and dig up some dirt.
Oh God, I'd rather hunt down Varun's zealots than mingle with those egotistical frauds.
Yeah, well, lucky for you, it's not black tie, so you'll be... This card will allow you to access the Starfield ballroom. If you need my help, I'll be relaxing in one of the upper-level lounges. Head inside and mingle with the crowd. No one likes Dombrowski, so they'll be more than happy to share his dirty secrets. All right, Speedy, take it easy. You're not gonna find that kind of junk aboard a Trident Starliner. Oh, there's one last thing. Trident equips all of their Starliners with the latest acoustic threat detection. meaning that you lose patience and kill anyone aboard the ship, security will be alerted and all hell will break loose. Anyway, I suppose that's... What the hell? When I asked you earlier, you said you weren't here for anything else. Not only did you lie to me, but now you're telling me that... Yeah? And I suppose it's just a coincidence you happen to be at. I can't believe she's trying to cut me out. Without me, the award never would have ended up here. I spent months manipulating the Terran Preservation Society into hosting their gala affair aboard the Siren of the Stars. I had to arrange the event to make sure that the award was aboard the ship. When I got a message about Dubrovsky, I assumed she'd be tagging along to steal the award. But looks like she sent you in her place. That would imply that Neva has a good side to begin with. Fine, I'll help. But you're doing all the legwork, and I'm still taking my cut of the payout. So tell me, what's the status of your plan? Okay, then let me point you to the person in charge of the award. Her name's Sheila Holbrook, and you can probably find her in the Starfield ballroom. I'd press her to reveal where the award's hidden, and we can go from... And if you're thinking of pulling the trigger on poor Miss Holbrook, remember that... Oh, and while you're at the gala, avoid the canapes. They're frozen. Fresh.
Must have spent a fortune equipping this ship with triple redundancy.
Do we have to get up already?
Internal system. This is one of Triton's top-of-the-line vessels. Hell of a ship, isn't it?
Between you and me, the best part of my job is getting a crack at all the leftovers from the dining area buffets.
Captain Rokov said you're allowed in any of the crew-specific areas. Just don't touch
So, what brings you aboard?
I certainly hope they decide to here for business or pleasure. Larry likes to drop overly complex words into conversations. I'm sure he knows that it annoys people, but he does it anyway. Well, apparently, the award is so valuable, there's only one in existence. It gets passed to a new winner every year. Huh. Well, that was boring.
Quite a lovely starliner.
Pleased to make
Nothing
your
but the
acquaintance.
best for the society.
Larry has an A-level executive rating over at Galbank, which means he has access to everyone's accounts at the touch of a button. That award is such a joke. It's for members of the society to pat their own... I'm a silver member of the society, but only 100,000 more credits and I hit the gold tier. Don't forget to donate to
That
the
view
cause.
is absolutely spectacular, isn't it? The society chair is his behavior towards women is abominable. That man really ought to be ashamed of himself. I heard it's fitted with 12 internally flawless 2-carat blue diamonds. Can you believe that? Enjoy the rest of the event.
Have you tried the canapes? I don't know why Larry's attending this event. He could care less about any planet, let alone the Earth. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she dotes over that glorified trophy, you'd think it was her own child. Nice to have met you.
Can we do this later? I'm busy.
Hello. Are you a member of the society?
An open bar would have been nice. but
Dombrowski
trying
is
to
married
gouging
to
us for every
some
credit we've
poor
got.
woman that he constantly leaves behind in New Atlantis when he goes on his business trips. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the awards committee this year. The way she dotes over that glorified trophy, you'd... That's all then?
That view is absolutely... He's been spending a lot of time with Claudia Swist. Quality time, if you catch my meaning. I'm certain his wife doesn't know a thing about it. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she dotes over that glorified... Nice to have met you.
So, what brings you aboard?
Is this important? I don't have a lot of time for idle nonsense. Yes, I'm extremely busy preparing for the award ceremony, so this better be important. Yes, I am. Actually, I've been entrusted with the transfer of the award for the last 7 of its 9 years. Why do you ask? Well, the Earth Savior Award is one of a kind. The Blue Diamonds alone are irreplaceable. Since we can't produce a new award every year, it's instead passed from one recipient to the next. I supervise the transfer and make certain that there's ample security during transport and at the destination. Yes, it's quite marvelous, isn't it? Absolutely priceless. Alas, I'm afraid you'll just have to wait for the ceremony to see it in all its glory. It's far too valuable to be left anywhere else except the master safe located at the purser's office. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much more important things on my agenda than to...
I'm sorry, but unless you're reporting a security situation, I need to get back to my duties.
There's something I need to talk to you about. I'm here for you, my love. Ron Hope was a real piece of work, wasn't he? Despicable is too kind a word. He held innocent people with little regard, treating their lives like numbers on a balance sheet. It's an absolute disgrace. I'm relieved to hear you say that. Letting him off the hook would have been a terrible injustice. Had you taken the money, this would have been a very different conversation. I'm proud of you. It took a lot of integrity to say no to that offer. No, it certainly isn't. Especially when it comes at the expense of human lives. Well, I think I've lectured you enough. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me.
On behalf of myself and the entire team, I'd like to realize Due to an
Can you believe the size of this cabin? It's large enough to accommodate a family of 12. God, what a ridiculous waste of space. Easy money. didn't sign on for these kind of illegal shenanigans.
If you wish to have a drink at any of our lounges, be sure to present your cabin pass to have the cost deducted from your account.
With all the worthy causes and the settled systems, you'd think people wouldn't waste money on these pretentious luxuries.
Glad to have you aboard. Welcome to the Purser's office. I'm Chief Purser Murata. Oh, absolutely. The safe is magnetically sealed and shielded with multiple layers of fully damage-resistant, vacuum-proof plating. In the unlikely event our vessel is boarded and the threat detection alarm is triggered, the safe will be permanently sealed until it reaches port. In the even more unlikely event this ship is destroyed, we can assure you that your loved ones will be able to recover your goods from the wreckage. So, as you can imagine, your property will be completely secure until you decide to retrieve them from our safe. An excellent question. My responsibilities include all of the Siren's financial, customs, and commercial goods transfers. Honestly, I really enjoy the work. I get to meet people at every port of call instead of being constantly stuck below decks. I've only seen it briefly myself, but I can... Unfortunately, the item is locked inside of our safe, which can only be accessed by presenting an appropriate claim ID. Is there anything else I can assist you with today? Well, if you change your mind, I'll be here. Have a wonderful trip. I'm sorry, it's against Trident policy to discuss our I don't want to lose my job. Why should I tell you? Sorry, but I can't. I wish I could, but if anybody found out, I'd told you. Sorry. I appreciate your It's not about money. No problem. Have a safe journey.
Sorry, do I know you? Okay, that's a hell of a way to open a conversation. Why don't you cut the crap before I tell my partner that you're harassing me? Believe me, you don't want to piss him off. Who? Look, can you just cut to the chase already? What's this about? His wife? Oh, for the love of God. I told Larry to keep his big mouth shut, but did he listen? No. He had to impress his friends and treat me like a trophy. Look, I've been in this business for a long time, and I know how this game works, so let's skip all the banter and get it over with. What's it gonna take to make us both happy? You're willing to pay me to give you dirt on Larry? Sorry, I thought I'd end up on the short end of the deal. You know, this whole thing really pisses me off. Larry and I had the perfect scheme worth thousands of credits all worked out, and then he goes and flushes the whole thing down the toilet.
If you're angry at anybody, it should be yourself for getting mixed up in this ridiculous scheme in the first place.
Judge me all you want, lady. At this point, if I'm going down, then all I'm focused on is dragging Larry down with me. Yeah, I'm getting to that. Larry got together with myself and this other guy, Gabriel Vera. He's some bigwig over at UC Security. I doctored the transactions, Larry wiped them off the system, and Vera kept the legal pressure off of us. We were scamming Galbank for months. It was going well until I discovered Larry was cheating everyone by changing each transaction in his favor before deleting them. I wish I had some. Maybe you should try talking to Gabriel Vera. He should be around here somewhere. If he doesn't want to cooperate, just mention my name. That should grab his attention. Good luck. You're gonna need it. I wrote a computer algorithm that basically creates a randomized number of false ghost credits that mimic the crypto key of actual credits. Then the algorithm simply passes the ghost credits to whatever legit transfers that the bank transacts. The genuine credits enter a dummy account. The best part is that I also alter the crypto keys as the real cash flows into our accounts. By the time it lands in our pockets, the creds are clean. So, on paper, it appears that all of the bank's transactions are covered, when it's really just our ghosted dummy creds. Genius, right? I hope you hurt Dombrowski. Nail his ass right to the wall.
The ship's purser can assist you with any matters regarding the security of your items.
Hello.
Must you continue these unwelcome interruptions? I'm a very busy woman. Excuse me? And why in goodness name would I do something as foolish as that? I should say so. Must you continue these Excuse me? And why in goodness name would I... I don't have time for this. You're starting to make a lot of sense. Oh, just take the damn thing already. Listen, maybe you can keep this between us. If the award goes missing, there's no need for the insurance company to get involved.
Don't forget to keep your star...
This must be where the passengers store their valuables while the siren is underway.
directed to one of the staff.
Quite an event they're throwing today, don't you think? Hello. You here for the charity event? Dombrowski, he's the exec holding court over in the VIP area of the ballroom. Yeah, sorry, I work for UC Security, not Galbank. I don't really know him personally. Claudia sent you, did she? Look, friend, I don't know if you're just a little drunk, maybe a touch crazy, or both. Whatever you think you know about me, you're dead wrong. So back off.
You're a liar and an absolute disgrace to the United Colonies.
Worried? Why should I be worried? Anything you try to report will boil down to your word against mine. And since I work for UC Security, who do you think people will believe?
I certainly hope they decide.
I saw your little exchange with Vera. Keep that up, and I guarantee that imbecile's gonna demand that you be arrested. Which is why he's threatening you. That makes sense. We need hard evidence of their scheme. But it's gonna be tricky. The problem is he's not gonna talk to you in public. We need to get Vera isolated so he'll spill everything he knows. Maybe, but if something goes wrong and he's able to raise it with all of these wealthy patrons aboard. Smart. If there's an emergency, standard practice is for all passengers to clear the deck. I think the best chance we have would be to manipulate a few controls, and you can fool the monitoring system into thinking there's a life support failure.
Whatever it takes. He's talking about tampering with the only system keeping everyone on this ship alive.
Don't worry. It'll be as easy as it was mingling with the guests at the party. Just throw a few lousy switches and you're done. One more thing. If Chief Engineer Sundin gives you any trouble, tell him I'll erase that gambling debt he owes me. I prefer you use that as a last resort, but hey, what's the harm in losing a few credits when I'm on the brink of rejoining the fleet? Right? Anyway, I better start packing. Things are getting hot around here, and won't be long before Trident figures out you had help. Go do something useful, okay?
Have you tried the canopies? The society chair? Really outdone herself this time.
Hold up. Wait a second. You're Captain Rocco's guest, right? Sorry to give you trouble. What can I do for you? Oh, sorry, that area's off limits. Hey, if your heart's set on it, who am I to stop you from staring at a bunch of... Tell you what, I'm just going to step out for a bit and stretch my legs. Maybe you can hold this for me while I'm away? Remember not to touch anything, please.
There's some heavy security protecting this area, but judging from the fact that this is the life support control, it certainly makes sense.
has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Your abilities are making me a bit jealous. Well, it appears that we've definitely ruined the party. Everyone's gone.
There's no cause for alarm. I'm sure this is just a minor...
I was wondering if you were the cause of the ship-wide emergency. It's time you stop playing games and tell me why you're here. You're working for Ikande's little anti-pirating outfit? So what? I have nothing to do with the Crimson Fleet. And even if I suddenly decided to stay loyal to the old UC, why would I possibly want to incriminate myself by handing over evidence?
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared...
I don't know where you got that information from, but it lines up with all the troubles I've been having getting my cut from that asshole. That means my money's already gone. And Dombrowski's going to walk away with a fortune. I'd love to see the bastard fry. But if I give you that information and it falls into the wrong hands, I could end up in jail. At least I walk away with something. All right, you have yourself a deal. Here, with this slate and this recording to tie it all together, you'll be able to nail his ass to the wall. He'll do whatever you want. Just remember that you promised to leave me out of it. You better tell Dombrowski to run, because if you don't kill him, I will. You got what you wanted, didn't you?
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Well, well. You must be the one who's been accosting Claudia and Gabriel. I'm uncertain what you hope to accomplish here, but it appears we should rapidly enter into some sort of negotiation. Excellent, excellent. So, Before we begin, let's review the facts. First, it's clear that you've obtained insider knowledge of my arrangement to defraud Galbank. The means and the method, perhaps, but not the motive. And second, I'm going to hypothesize that my compatriots are despondent regarding their share and have assisted you with this endeavor. Since we're speaking and I'm not at the reporting end of a bullet, this leads me to conclude that you desire something personal from me.
The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
I pride myself on having an intensely thorough education, though I'd hardly call myself a professor. Though I'm sure that your compliment also meant you were having trouble understanding what I've been saying. In blunt terms, you have compromising materials about me in your possession. The only thing I have to offer in return are my Galbank credentials. I assume that's what you've been angling for all along?
Oh, do get on with this. There's only so long I can stand being in the presence of this pig.
Quite a shame that you need to resort to blackmail to arrive at the point of equity in our discussion. However, I will acquiesce to your addendum. It appears we've reached an accord. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me simplify that for you. Oh, of course, I trust you'll understand if I ask for us to avoid any... Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to formulate how I'm...
Let me guess. You missed me and you couldn't stay away.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion.
Well, looks like everything worked out.
Until you receive further instructions.
I'm glad one of us did. I'm just hoping you'll put in a good word for me with Delgado. Otherwise, I've risked my career for nothing. You know, I'm still wondering exactly what you needed those credentials for. I usually have a nose for these things, but in your case, it's a mystery. Very frustrating. Whatever the case may be, it's apparently worth risking your life over. That's telling me it involves a lot of money. That also means I want in. Of course. I understand completely. Anyway, I suppose there's nothing stopping me from rejoining them. I owe you one, Overreach. Yeah, perhaps I can pay you back later. Well, I suppose this is where we part.
What's happening, darling?
So? Did it work? Not yet, but the transaction is in progress as we speak. You should expect your profits from our venture soon. You must be patient.
No way, Larry. This is not what we agreed. You said the money would be in our accounts by the 1st of the month.
Give it a rest. It isn't like we're making regular withdrawals. If things aren't done carefully, it'll trip an audit. Is that what you want?
Of course not. But we're risking our asses here, and we've seen what, maybe 5-8% tops? We were promised a third of the final figure.
And, as promised, when all is said and done, that's exactly what you'll receive. You must understand we're absconding with an inordinately vast amount of capital from Galbank's coffers.
All passengers are being
All passengers.
Discovered.
May I have your attention, please?
Claudia has so
The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Siren of the Stars
is now in share. A third for each of us, as promised.
A third of 500,000 credits. Can't you just taste it?
This ship is in a
I think I'm
state
gonna
of
head
emergency.
straight for Neon
Please
with my
return to your
share.
cabin.
Put myself up at the Hotel Foli and blow a shitload of money at the Astral Lounge. You'll come with me, won't you, Larry? I don't want to spend all that cash alone.
Of course, my darling. I can't think of a finer way to spend our time together.
Oh, look, I'm gonna lay this all on the line. You have 2 more weeks to make this happen, or we're gonna have a problem. 2 weeks, Dombrowski. That's it.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just steal that.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Greetings, Captain.
We're unlatched, free and clear.
I'm not very comfortable heading into Nast. But don't worry. I'll try and keep my complaints to a minimum. Can you imagine how many credits flow through this place? Figuratively, of course.
Hello, welcome to the Galbank Archives. May I see your credentials, please? Just one moment while I verify. Oh, yes, Mr. Dombrowski. Welcome, sir. Give me a moment to log your visit, and then I'll unseal the archives. Me? No. Look, this is my first day on the job. Just cut me some slack, okay? I can't afford to lose it. I got a wife and kids to feed. Everything checks out. Give me a moment to log your visit, and then I'll unseal the archives. There we go. Have a wonderful day.
What is that?
You picked the wrong day to piss me off! find anything useful.
Docking integrity.